Hugh Christopher Edmund Fearnley-Whittingstall is an English celebrity chef, television personality, journalist, food writer and campaigner on food and environmental issues, known for his Back to Basics philosophy. Fearnley-Whittingstall is best known for hosting the River Cottage series on the UK television channel Channel 4, in which audiences observe his efforts to become a self-reliant, downshifted farmer in rural England. Fearnley-Whittingstall feeds himself, his family and friends with locally produced and sourced fruits, vegetables, fish, eggs and meat. Fearnley-Whittingstall has also become a well-known campaigner on issues related to food production and the environment, such as fisheries management and animal welfare. Early life. Born in Hampstead, London to gardener and writer Jane Fearnley-Whittingstall, and father Robert Fearnley-Whittingstall. Fearnley-Whittingstall was brought up in Gloucestershire. He was educated at Summerfields School, Eton College and St Peter's College, Oxford, where he read philosophy and psychology. Early career. After a temporary relocation to Africa, where Fearnley-Whittingstall was considering a career in wildlife conservation, he returned to England and became a sous chef at the River Cafe in London. However, he has since revealed that being messy and lacking discipline made him unsuitable for working in the River Cafe kitchen, but that he regards his time there as a period that helped shape his current career. Following his time at the River Cafe, Fearnley-Whittingstall commenced freelance journalism and was published in Punch, The Evening Standard and The Sunday Times. Television shows. Hugh's War on Waste, Cook on the Wild Side. Fearnley-Whittingstall's initial television exposure was on Cook on the Wild Side, an exploration of earthly cuisine. The show depicted the celebrity chef's habit of picking up roadkill and eating the hedgerows, which consequently earned him his nickname of Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall. TV dinners. Fearnley-Whittingstall's next series was TV Dinners, in which he notoriously flambéed and pureed a human placenta to then serve as pâté during one episode. The pâté was much enjoyed by the baby's family and friends. Treats from the Edwardian Country House. In 2002 he presented the 6-episode series, Treats from the Edwardian Country House, Big Blue UK. In August 2015, alongside Lindsay Chapman, he hosted a series of 5 daily programs on BBC One, linked to 3 evening programs Big Blue Live. The series concentrated on marine wildlife around the UK coast. River Cottage. In 1997, Fearnley-Whittingstall moved into River Cottage, a former gamekeeper's lodge on the grounds of Sleep Manor in Netherbury, Dorset, UK, which he had previously used as a weekend and holiday home. The lodge became the setting for 3 Channel 4 series, Escape to River Cottage, Return to River Cottage and River Cottage Forever, all directed by Gary John Hughes. Through his experiences while filming for these programs, in which he had to produce everything himself in the style of the 1970s series, The Good Life, he has become an ardent supporter of the organic movement. Beyond River Cottage. In 2004, Beyond River Cottage followed Fearnley-Whittingstall's progress as he set up a new business, River Cottage HQ, on a 44-acre property close to Dottery, Dorset, together with his family. Underpinning his new enterprise is the selling of the produce cultivated on his property at the local marketplace, and audience bear witness to the host's experiences as a produce seller, while also intermittently receiving the recipe lessons traditionally seen on food shows. The series concludes with a Christmas special in which a feast is brought together, consisting of Hugh's own fattened geese and ducks as the centerpiece for the feast, a 10-bird roast of medieval origin. The View from River Cottage. In 2005, a series called The View from River Cottage was produced using extracts from the 4 previous previous series, accompanied by newly recorded narration. In the first episode, Fearnley-Whittingstall rearranges his cottage garden, explaining, "Now I like flowers as much as the next man, but there's no room for passengers in this garden. The rule is, if it doesn't put something on my plate, I'm afraid it's gotta go." Quote. This was followed by the River Cottage road trip special that consisted of 2 newly produced 1-hour installments. The River Cottage treatment. During 2006, Fearnley-Whittingstall moved River Cottage HQ from the original barn near Bridport to its new premises, Park Farm, a 66-acre farm near Upham on the West Dorset, East Devon border. A new series called The River Cottage Treatment was filmed there and was broadcast on Channel 4 in November 2006. This premise of the series involved guests described as urban dwellers, fast food lovers and convenient food mongers to spend a week with the host on the new property, the guests being required to undertake farm duties and to eat according to the River Cottage philosophy. At the time that the series commenced, Fearnley-Whittingstall had been living according to this philosophy for a decade. In the introduction to the first episode, Fearnley-Whittingstall explains, "Some people think that this local, seasonal, organic approach to food is just for the privileged few, but I think it's relevant to everybody and I am ready to put my passion and principles to the test by inviting a bunch of fast food addicts, ready meal junkies and convenience-obsessed non-cooks to join me here on the farm, cooking and eating on my terms." River Cottage, Gone Fishing. In 2007, Fearnley-Whittingstall presented River Cottage, Gone Fishing, a short series that is the concept's 10th overall, in which he examines some of the lesser-known fish to be caught around the British Isles. Fearnley-Whittingstall opens the series with the statement, "And if we want to keep eating fish, we need to be more responsible in the way that we catch it and more adventurous in the food we choose to cook." River Cottage Seasonal Specials. From 2008, Fearnley-Whittingstall filmed magazine-style food programs produced at River Cottage HQ, based on the seasonal themes. He explains in the opening episode of the spring series, "I soon found out that one of the greatest rewards is an incredible feeling of living in tune with the seasons. It isn't just that the food tastes better, it's that life is altogether sweeter. Unfortunately, now that so much of what we eat comes wrapped in plastic from the supermarket, most of us have forgotten what seasonality looks, smells and tastes like." River Cottage Spring ran from the 28th of May 2008 to the 25th of June 2008 on Channel 4, and in one of the episodes, Fearnley-Whittingstall demonstrates his holistic approach to cooking by slaughtering, preparing and cooking the entirety of a lamb. In late 2008, River Cottage Autumn was broadcast from the 16th of October to the 6th of November 2008. In one of the autumnal episodes, Fearnley-Whittingstall, together with his friend John, embarks on a mission to catch crustaceans at a nearby beach with the use of pots. The pair seek to catch prawns, crabs and lobsters, in addition to the blue velvet swimming crab that is commonly found at the particular coastal location where they are based. On the 19th of October 2009, a new series of 4 episodes aired on Channel 4, River Cottage, Winter's on the Way. Fearnley-Whittingstall opened the series with, "Winter may be the season of chilly winds and stormy seas, but it's also a time that should be filled with heartwarming pleasures, because this is the season where we like to keep our toes cozy and indulge our taste buds. As the nights draw in and the landscape transforms around us, there's a whole new set of ingredients to play with. So I'll be bringing the year to an end with a very warm welcome with the very best best that winter has to offer. In one of the episodes from the winter series, Fearnley-Whittingstall captures, prepares and cooks rabbits that he finds on his property and introduces viewers to a route called philosophy. According to the host, philosophy was popular during the Victorian era. River Cottage every day. In September 2010, a new series of River Cottage episodes, entitled River Cottage Every Day, commenced. The series encourages viewers to cook from scratch more frequently and is accompanied by a book of the same name. In the opening episode, Fearnley-Whittingstall explained that the series is all about the food that I like to cook for family and friends, and covers topics such as thrifty meat dishes and homemade bread. River Cottage, Veg Every Day. In autumn 2011, a new series, River Cottage, Veg Every Day, was launched and is based on Fearnley-Whittingstall's developed awareness regarding the problematic way in which meat is produced and consumed in the modern era. During the series, the food activist addresses the challenge that he defines in the series' first episode, a whole summer without flesh. Fearnley-Whittingstall explains further, "In the weeks ahead, I'll be expanding my vegetable horizons, seeking out new flavors and textures, and cooking up a whole raft of vegetable dishes with the same excitement and gusto that I've always bestowed on meat and fish." By the fifth episode of the series, Fearnley-Whittingstall states to his audience, "And certainly I'd say that a life without meat is no deprivation. My food is as tasty and satisfying as ever, and even though I'm no longer cooking my own home-reared meat and self-caught fish, I still feel fully connected to the land and the seasons. And I can't complain about energy levels. I may even have shed a pound or two, but, all in all, I'm feeling pretty good." River Cottage, 3 Good Things. A new series of River Cottage, entitled 3 Good Things, aired on Channel 4 in December 2012. Accompanied by a cookbook, the series is based on the notion that a great meal can be prepared from gathering 3 good ingredients. In the first episode, Fearnley-Whittingstall uses beetroot, egg and anchovies to make an open sandwich. Fearnley-Whittingstall also competes against guest chefs in each episode, and viewers are also invited to challenge the television host with a superior recipe. Audience participants are required to upload a video of the meal preparation process onto a River Cottage online community, and winners are selected each week, with the overall winner, chosen by Fearnley-Whittingstall at the end of the season, wins a prize worth 2,000 liras. Hugh's War on Waste. In November 2015, Hugh presented Hugh's War on Waste on BBC One, campaigning against waste by food producers, retailers and consumers. Guest appearances. Fearnley-Whittingstall appeared on the first series of Channel 4's The F Word in 2005, advising Gordon Ramsay on the rearing of turkeys at Ramsay's London home. The turkeys are eaten in the last episode of the series. Further appearances on The F Word in 2006 and 2007 involved Fearnley-Whittingstall advising Ramsay on the rearing of pigs and lambs, respectively. Again, the consumption of the livestock occurs in the last episodes of the series. At the start of 2008, Fearnley-Whittingstall, along with fellow celebrity chefs Jamie Oliver and Ramsay, was featured in Channel 4's Big Food Fight season. His contribution to the season was Hugh's Chicken Run, which was shown over 3 consecutive nights. Fearnley-Whittingstall created 3 chicken farms in Axminster, culminating in their Chicken Out campaign to encourage the eating of free-range chicken. In 2008, based on the success of the project, further discussion occurred among Channel 4 executives regarding the filming of another season. Fearnley-Whittingstall then became a permanent team captain, opposing a different guest captain each week, on a food-based panel game, The Big Food Fight, which began on Channel 4 on the 8th of September 2009. This is not to be confused with the earlier project of the same name. He was a guest on BBC Radio 4's Desert Island Discs on the 31st of July 2009. In 2010, Fearnley-Whittingstall made an appearance on the BBC One comedy panel show, Would I Lie to You? Host Rob Brydon awarded him the Liar of the Week prize. In September 2012, Fearnley-Whittingstall made an appearance on The One Show. Fearnley-Whittingstall also appeared on BBC Two's satirical music panel show, Never Mind the Buzzcocks. On an episode recorded in 2008, airing was delayed until the 19th of January 2011, due to the scandals surrounding Russell Brand that led to his resignation from the BBC. Writing. Fearnley-Whittingstall published Cuisine Bon Marché in 1994. Fearnley-Whittingstall wrote the cookbooks The River Cottage Year, The River Cottage Fish Book, The River Cottage Cookbook and The River Cottage Meat Book. His most recent book, published on the 29th of March 2011, is River Cottage Every Day. He has written articles for The Guardian and The Observer since 2001. A collection of his short articles was published in October 2006 under the title Hugh Fearlessly Eats It All, Dispatches from the Gastronomic Frontline. He edited The Big Bento Box of Unuseless Japanese Inventions, written by Kenji Kawakami. Activism. In January 2008, Fearnley-Whittingstall called on hospitality and food service operators to use less intensively farmed chicken. It's one thing to challenge individual consumers to give up intensively reared chicken, but it's also an issue where anyone in the business of selling chicken has to take a stand. In some cases I know chefs, not naming names, at the very high-end sector who are not using free-range birds. Some of them are on the road to Michelin stars. In 2012, Fearnley-Whittingstall filmed for a Channel 4 series, Hugh's Fish Fight. The series was broadcast in 3 parts on Channel 4. The campaign's website claimed to have received over 700,000 signatures by 2012. In November 2015, he filmed Hugh's War on Waste with the BBC and began a campaign to reduce consumer waste in the UK. The 2 programs focused on food and clothing waste, both by supermarkets and by shoppers in their own homes. Other projects. Fearnley-Whittingstall helped develop Stinger, a nettle-flavoured ale, with the Hall and Amp Woodhouse Brewery. Another Fearnley-Whittingstall project was the conversion of an old inn in Axminster to an organic produce shop and canteen which opened in September 2007. In 2009, Hugh became a patron of Child Hope UK, an international child protection charity working in Africa, Asia and South America. In 2009, the River Cottage Summers Here program promoted the Land Share project that seeks to bring together people who wish to grow fruit and vegetables, but have no land, with landowners willing to donate spare land for cultivation. The online project was commissioned by Channel 4. Personal life. He is married to Marie, a woman of French origin, with 4 children, Chloe, Oscar, Freddie and Louisa. Fearnley-Whittingstall also runs the River Cottage Canteen and Deli in the centre of Axminster and, in 2011, launched a second River Cottage Canteen and Deli in Plymouth and a third in Winchester. He supports the Green Party of England and Wales. In 2012, a barn at River Cottage was damaged by fire. Published works. Fearnley-Whittingstall has published the following books: TV Dinners, In Search of Exciting Home Cooking, A Cook on the Wild Side, The Best of TV Dinners, The River Cottage Cookbook, The River Cottage Year, The River Cottage Meat Book, Preserved, with Nick Sandler and Johnny Acton. The Real Good Life, a practical guide to a healthy, organic lifestyle, with the Soil Association. Soup Kitchen, with Thomasina Myers and Annabel Buckingham. The River Cottage Family Cookbook, with Fizz Carr. Hugh Fearlessly Eats It All, Dispatches from the Gastronomic Frontline. Little Book of Soup, with Thomasina Myers, Annabel Buckingham. The Taste of Britain, with Laura Mason and Catherine Brown. The River Cottage Diary 2008. The River Cottage Fish Book, with Nick Fisher. River Cottage Diary 2010. River Cottage Every Day. The River Cottage Bread Handbook, with Daniel Stevens. The River Cottage Preserves Handbook, with Pam Corbin. River Cottage Veg Every Day. 3 Good Things on a Plate. River Cottage Fruit Every Day. River Cottage Light and Amp, Easy, Healthy Recipes for Every Day. River Cottage Love Your Leftovers, Recipes for the Resourceful Cook.